Hello Year 1 and welcome back to our maths lessons. So today is the start of a brand new unit of our maths learning. So we've just finished our place value unit that you finished last week on Friday. So today we are starting a brand new unit. We're going back to addition and subtraction. This time is our unit 2, so we're looking at numbers up to 20 this time. Okay, so our first lesson today is adding by counting on. So we have got on our first explore page here, we've got a little addition story, first, then and now. So to help us with this addition story, we are going to complete the stem sentences to help us tell the story. Okay, so first there was something is the first stem sentence that is missing something. Then the next part of this story has got then something more were added. And the third part of our story, the final part, is now there are something. Okay, so first job this morning is not to write anything down yet, but just have a chat with whoever's at home with you, or have a think on your own. What are the missing numbers in each 3 of these stem sentences? So use the tens frames to help you and see if you can think of the missing numbers. So pause the video to do that. Okay, brilliant. So we've got first, there were. So hopefully you've counted the counters in this first tens frame, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. First, there were 5. Then something more were added. How many more were added? Well, if we have a look down here, there's our first 5. The ones that were added are these blue ones here. So first, there were 3. Not first, then there were 3 more added. So we've got first there were 5, then 3 more were added. Now there are something. Now we could count how many there are all together, but what we're going to do today is add by counting on, which I know you can all do. And when we count on, we don't count all of the objects that we've got. We put the first number that we know into our heads and we count on from there. I know you're all brilliant at that. So the first ones that we knew about were these red ones, and we knew there were 5. So instead of counting all the counters, we're just going to put the 5 in our head and count on from 5. So can everybody show me 5 and pop it in your head? Okay, and now we're going to count on from 5 using these blue ones. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Fantastic. So now there are 8. So first there were 5 counters, then 3 more were added. Now there are 8. Brilliant. Okay. So this is where we come on to our question 1, your first job in your maths book. Okay. So what you need to do is you don't need to write the whole stem sentences, but I'd like you to find out what the answers to each 3 of these stem sentences are. So first there was something. How many red counters are there? Then something more were added. These blue counters here, how many? And then finally, now there are something. So you need to be able to count in your head. I don't want you to count them all, because I know that you could put that first number in your head and then count on. Okay, and then once you've done that, the next question is, what is the number sentence? So remember, when we write the number sentence, we have part, add part equals whole. Okay, so it looks different this way. It's not a part whole model, but this first tens frame is one of our parts. Our second part is the counters that we're adding. I'm trying to give away the answer. The counters that we're adding, and our whole is the amount that we've got all together. Okay, so see if you can find the 3 numbers that go in those stem sentences, and then if you could write me the number sentence. So pause the video to do that. Brilliant. Okay, so hopefully you have counted those first counters. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first there were 7. Then something more were added. How many blue ones have we got? We've got 2 blue ones. Then 2 more were added. Okay, so now instead of counting all of these counters, I hope that you got that first 7 and you popped it in your head, and then you counted on from 7 with the blue one. So 7, 8, 9, and now there are 9. So first there were 7, then 2 more were added. Now there are 9. So what is the number sentence? Remember, part, add part equals whole. So our number sentence is 7 add 2 equals 9. I wonder if you could do that with our actions. like we do in the classroom with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 7 add 2 equals 9. Fantastic. Okay, let's move on to our next question. So question 2. Ava has 13 apples. She gets 5 more. How many does she have altogether? Okay, so this time we haven't got the first then and now to help us. We've just got this picture here. And this is the 13. And then these are the 5 that are added. Okay, this is representing the 5 apples and the 13 apples. So this time we definitely can't count them all to find out what the answer is. We have to count on in our heads. Okay, so you need to put this number in your head and then count on the extra 5 to find out the answer. And then you need to write me the number sentence. Okay, so your job for question 2 is the number sentence that is shown in this question. Okay, so we've got Ava has 13 apples. She gets 5 more. How many does she have altogether? Okay, so pause the video and have a go at that one. Brilliant. Okay, so you've got 13 in your head. Now we haven't got 13 fingers, so this time we can't get the 13 on our fingers and pop it in our heads, but I know that you can get the 13. Pick it up and pop it in your head. Okay, and now I'm going to count on from 13. Can you count with me? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So our answer is 18. So our number sentence, remember, part add part equals whole. Well, our first part was 13. Our second part is 5, and we've just worked out together that the answer is 18. So 13 add 5 equals 18. Do you think you can say that number sentence with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3. 13 add 5 equals 18. Brilliant job. Okay, let's have a look at the next question. This time, Ava's got 15 apples, and then she gets 4 more. That's a lot, isn't it? She's got a lot of apples, even more than the last time. Okay, so your job again, you've got that 15. You're going to pop it in your head, and then you're going to count on 4 more to see what the answer is, and then write me the number sentence. Okay, so this is question 3. Have a go at doing that one and pause the video now to do it. Superstars. Okay, so we have got 15 and we're going to grab 15 and we're going to pop it in our head. Okay, we're going to count on from 15. Are you ready? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So she has got more apples, hasn't she? So remember, part add part equals whole. Well, our first part was 15. Our second part was 4. And our whole is, we've just worked it out together, our whole is 19. Brilliant. 15 add 4 equals 19. Can you do that one with me? Count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 15 add 4 equals 19. Fantastic. Okay. Let's have a quick look at question number 4. Well, this time now, a different representation. We're using a number line this time. Okay, and it says Sam starts on 12 and he counts on 5. Where does he land? Okay, so you've got to think this time he's still adding. The first part is the number 12. The second part is the number 5, and we are yet to find the whole. So the number that he lands on will be the whole and will help us write the number sentence. Okay, so your job is to count on the number line and find out what the answer is and then write the number sentence for me. Okay, so if you could pause the video now to have a go at that. Fantastic. Okay, so look, Sam is starting on 12. Here's 12 on our number line. We're going to count on 5. Okay, let's put 12, starting as 12 as our starting point. We're going to count on 5 jumps. If you can count with me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what have we landed on? That's right, we've landed on 17. Fantastic. Okay, so another way we could have done it is we could have put it in our head like we were doing, and we could put 12 in our head, and then we could get ourselves 5 fingers, And we can use them to help us count on, because we've not got a picture to help us. We've obviously got our number line, but if you wanted to do it without number line, you could use your fingers. So if you had 12 in your head, you could count on 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's another way you could know, but you've used your number line. So well done. So our number sentence would be, well, part is 12. Add another part. And the other part is 5. Gives us our whole, which is 17. Fantastic. 12 add 5 equals 17. Are you ready to do that one with me? 1, 2, 3. 12 add 5 equals 17. Superstars. Okay, last question. Question 5. It's Sam again. He's busy jumping on the number line. This time he starts on the number 14 and he counts on how many? 4. Where does he land and what's the number sentence? Okay, so have a think. What number is he going to land on, and then see if you can write me the number sentence. So pause the video now to do that. Superstars. Okay, so I'm going to start on the number 14 and I'm going to count on 4. Are you ready to count on with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what have I landed on, everybody? I've landed on the number 18. So my first part is the number 14. My second part is the number 4. And my whole is the number 18. Brilliant. So 14 add 4 equals 18. Super. And can you add 14 add 4 equals 18? Are you ready to do that with me? 14 add 4 equals 18. Fantastic. So really, really great job with your maths work this morning, year 1. Now, if you want to challenge yourself further, I wonder if you can think of any more number sentences that you could write that would give you numbers that add up to 20. So that's your challenge if you would like to. Okay, so I hope you have a really great rest of your day and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.